Commander 0 at 5, clear for takeoff. Landing my clear takeoff on call.
People like you, organizations like RampCheck, I love you guys.
You are clear for takeoff runway 21 left, winds are call. Stand by for the retrans on uniform. It's showtime!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the RampCheck Aviation Podcast. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Ryan.
That's right. Tony is absent tonight. He decided to attend a concert instead of Av Geek Out with all the latest aviation stories this week.
Bastard.
So hopefully he's having fun at the concert.
Yep. Shout out to you, brother. Hope you have a good time. I would like to give him all sorts of shit, but there is no way I can because yours truly has had a very busy couple of months, and you guys have been filling in my absence. So it's good to be back.
Yeah. So just so everybody knows, Ryan's not broadcasting from a porta potty tonight. He's actually having a bunch of home remodel work done. And so that's what you got. Are you still in the office right now?
I am still in the office.
Work on?
Yep. It's got completely new paint, baseboards. The carpet comes in next week or on Monday. So yeah, I'm going to plan very carefully and strategically in this office how I'm going to put up my pictures and posters and all that kind of stuff, so that it'll be more appealing to the eyes for your viewing pleasure.
Well, that works.
I noticed on the here on Restream, which is what we use on the RampCheck Aviation Podcast, you see the little pumpkin on the side for Halloween dancing around.
Yes.
So happy Halloween, everybody!
I know. I wish I could put that on screen, but I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can. Nope, I can't. It must just be for the streamers only.
Yeah, and there's so much. Like I said, it's good to be back, and there's so much that has been going on and happening, and we'll try to get to what we can tonight. Missing the third, but
yeah. Did you and Tony catch any of the episode last week where I was flying solo? I basically just kind of ran through Pacific Air Show. You guys had a moment to.
Yeah, we did. We were kind of in an area where the service wasn't great, so we tried to catch snippets of it, and then later that evening when we were in the hotel room, because we were working with the other job, we kind of caught some clips of it. So thanks for running the show last week, brother.
Oh yeah, happy to do so.
Oh yeah,
I need it. I know I was gonna try to get Wadman on or something, but I had a busy day and I just didn't get things set up early enough. So I'm like, hell, I'll just jump on myself.
Well, we're glad you did. We got to keep the magic going. We've been hitting some cool milestones thanks to all your hard work, getting shorts up, and we got
the shorts on YouTube, not the ones I'm wearing.
On you, yeah. Shorts up, yes, definitely.
Yeah, no.
Shorts up all the way.
So I'll put you on the spot, brother. Anything cool or anything interesting aviation happened to you or see this week at all? I don't know if you have or not. I just thought maybe I would throw that question out there before we kind of got into some stories.
No, that's great. Really quick before I do that, there's Big Brother right there. I'm watching you guys. LOL. Nice.
Do you like the spooky font?
I was just gonna say
for Halloween.
Should I say it like this? I'm watching you guys.
That's right.
No, geez, it's been a few weeks. There was a couple of things. Tony and I were installing down in southern Utah, St. George, and we kept seeing some low flying L-39s jumping around. I know I texted you, Aaron, and said, hey, can you check your thing to see what's going on? But what was actually really cool, I'm glad you brought this up. It was on the spot, but I didn't even have to think about it. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, it snowed here in West Jordan, Utah.
Mm-hmm. Same in Eagle Mountain. Northern Utah, the weather's been turning really cold, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I actually live on the flight path and the pattern where a lot of the aircraft turn to land into Salt Lake International, and they literally make their turn to line up for the runway right over my house. Well, yesterday there was this enormous, like, I don't know what to call the kind of cloud it was, but and the aircraft were being diverted like around it, but a couple of aircraft were like, it looked like they were going below it. So I was gonna go out and catch a few videos, but it literally happened with two different aircraft. One was like a 737, looked like maybe an 8 or 900, and then an A320. Mm-hmm. And I just look up and I'm like, holy shit, is this thing like going down? Because it was so low. But it was just really cool. It's almost like they just went under the cloud and then just pulled up right in front of it and then continued their approach.
Yeah, probably icing going on in that cloud or something, I would guess.
Yeah, maybe. But it was really cool. And you know, I've discussed this, I think, with you a few different times, but I want to start kind of refocusing and maybe just trying to take clips of aircraft and putting them, you know, maybe every week just showing each clip of that, or just trying to maybe put some shorts up either on Instagram or YouTube. But yeah, that was cool. What about you, brother? What have you been seeing? I know that I don't know if you talked about this last week, but you were able to get some really cool shots of the comet. Mm-hmm. With you know, your camera equipment and stuff. But
I have been. As a matter of fact, while we're discussing this, maybe I'll pull up maybe the last photo that I took of the comet. This was on October 19th, and technically the comet is still kind of visible, but every day it moves further and further away from the sun and from the Earth. So it gets fainter and fainter. Like the sun isn't reflecting off of it, because for those of you that don't know, comets don't emit their own light. So it's reflecting off the sun, just like the moon. Mm-hmm. Okay, here goes Tony. Uh-oh, he's going to brag that he's at a concert, and we're going to hear everything about it.
Well, while we're doing that,
hey Tony, turn your phone sideways, just if you can hear us. I don't know if you can hear us, but looks like he's like on a toboggan or something. He's all
a toboggan. What are you, sledding in the 1950s, brother?
Exactly. Okay, let's bring Tony up so he can at least say hi. Damn, it looked like your goatee was white as a ghost, like Santa Claus.
It does. Merry Christmas.
Or white as a ghost for for Halloween for tomorrow.
Happy Halloween, brothers.
Hey Tony, speaking of Halloween, Avrider Joe checking in saying he voted for V22's biggest fan, Kamala Harris. Happy Halloween, Joe.
Ooh,
we do need more airplane
costume.
Videos. Yes,
that's a scary costume.
Wow. I think I waited to show that comment from Joe, Tony, until you signed on. Are you so happy?
I appreciate that, brother. That was very nice of you.
You're welcome.
So what are you doing? I thought you were at a concert.
Well, it doesn't start till 8, and the RampCheck Aviation Podcast Livestream starts at 7. So I figured I'd jump on and contribute a little bit. It's kind of weird though, not having control over everything or anything.
I know. I need to get a soundboard up here so I can run sound effects and stuff too, because it would be nice to have some of that, but I don't know. I've invested in a lot of other equipment, like cameras and photography stuff.
And I was going to say I'd be happy to buy each of you guys one for Christmas, but yeah, they're a little expensive. At least the one that I have that I really, really like.
Oh, listen to Tony
Are
bragging.
you saying we're not important enough for you to get us that present?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying you guys aren't worth the money.
Oh, okay.
Tony, I don't know if you heard me ask Ryan a question as we started streaming tonight, but I just put him on the spot. I said, did anything cool or interesting happen aviation wise this week with you? Did you witness anything, see anything, read anything that you can recall?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So why don't you just give us a quick what you got?
Maybe you can pull the picture up that I sent you guys, but today I was at Adventure's first stop. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
And I saw one of the Blue Angels.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In Utah.
I sent you a picture of it. I sent you
Here,
both a picture of it.
I'll pull the photo up.
All right, cool.
I don't have it on my computer, so I'm not gonna. But anyway, that's what Tony's talking about. It's Blue Angels Corvette.
Oh, that's cool. I was wondering what you sent, Tony. I hadn't had a chance to actually look at that.
Yeah. Oh, so what you're saying is I'm not important enough for you to check messages from me. I get
Pretty
it.
much.
Exactly.
Well, if you give me a soundboard for Christmas, I will. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, an old bed with the...
And then I sent a couple photos, which was funny because when I was heading to the Spanish Fork, Utah little fly-in air show,
right?
That I caught some cool stuff. As a matter of fact, there's some great videos on our YouTube channel of a P-51 and a P-63 flying together, an old privateer, which was there, which is a 4-engine. It kind of looks like a B-24, but it has like a single tail instead of a B-24 configuration.
Right.
But I saw that exact Corvette heading out to that flying an air show, and I got a couple photos of it.
Oh, nice.
On the freeway. Awesome. And I sent that to Ryan and Tony today too. But see, that's the shot that I got of it on the freeway last night.
That's really cool.
Oh, shit.
That's really cool.
Well, it's a good thing you have pants on, brother. Jesus.
Oh, I know, right? Well, I had this sitting on my steering wheel.
Yeah.
And I guess it decided to fall through. Yeah, why can't they make steering wheels so you can just like mount your phone to it, just right there?
Yeah, probably because the airbag and the phone would kill you.
Right. Okay.
Well, and I know we got to get to some aviation stories so we don't lose all of our watchers here. But
right.
I also want to share another photo. Aaron apparently was eating lunch the other day, and he sent that.
Oh my God.
I don't know what the hell he's eating, but
what is it? Who, Tony?
No, you sent that.
You sent that. Whatever you were eating the other day.
Actually, that was not what not my computer, but I accidentally enlarged a video I was going to show and like took over my screen. That was actually a screenshot from somebody that I saw on Facebook, and they're like, I don't know about this.
Straight out looks like a turd.
God, that's crazy.
Got Avgeek Joe chiming in. Old Coopville is gonna have a Halloween air show tomorrow. Might want to fly up there. OLF.
Well, you gotta read it in the creepy voice because it's got the creepy Halloween font.
I wish Tony had a soundboard when he sounds like Satan.
Oh yeah, damn it!
I know.
Here, let me run home and get it. It might be about 5 hours before I can jump back on.
It's gonna have a Halloween air show tomorrow. There's
okay,
that
how about? Oh, Coopville is going to have. Oh, you got it off the screen.
Oh, Ryan accidentally turned it off.
Oh, Coopville is going to have a Halloween air show tomorrow night. Might want to fly up there. Anyway, I know.
All right. I'm going to
thanks for sticking with us, people. We really appreciate it. Yeah, I know.
Well, there goes half our subscribers. Have a good night, everybody.
We're good.
it's like you said, Aaron, just, some of the cool aviation stuff. I know we've been dying to talk about this. We did Aaron and I were able to jump on and live stream the Starship flight number 5, where they caught the Falcon Heavy, the booster, with the chopsticks. And
Starship, the heavy booster. Starship. You said Falcon. I just
I meant
making
that
sure
the
so
heavy.
people don't get it mixed up.
The booster is what I meant to say.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Not Falcon. It was the Starship, the heavy booster.
Yeah, the heavy booster, and they caught that, which was just one of the craziest, most insane things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah,
and then
you expect to see that in like sci-fi movies and shows, like Star Wars or Star Trek or some futuristic, sci-fi movie. But no, that shit's actually happening for real now because of Elon Musk and SpaceX.
Yep, that's no moon; it's a space station.
That's right.
It's coming. Right. I swear it's coming. But then, what was that, Ryan?
Oh, nothing. I was laughing at the movie quote.
And then afterwards, everybody's freaking out about how awesome it was. So many cool videos. And then Elon Musk tweets and says, "Oh yeah, and by the way, early next year we're going to do another flight test, but we're going to catch Starship this time."
I know, dude. It's going to be wild to see them catch. I wonder if because the second
the other tower they're building, right?
Tower, everything should be ready to go soon. I wonder if they're going to try to land one on the first tower, maybe where it landed, and then maybe try to catch Starship actually on the second tower or something. I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't doubt if it was something crazy like that.
I'm sure they're gonna keep or they're gonna do both just to outdo themselves. It's gonna be freaking amazing. And another thing, Elon Musk has been really critical lately of the FAA and all the red tape that he's had to go through to get, just to even get the permit from the launch. And I don't know if you saw the story that they had to do a study that involved putting earmuffs over SEALs' ears with rocket launch noises to see what the environmental impact was. Are you kidding me?
Dude. Come on, man. SEALs are smart enough if it gets too loud to go swim away.
Exactly. So next week, when the good guys win the election and Elon Musk is the head of the DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, I think you're going to see a lot of that red tape go away. And
well, a lot of unnecessary red tape. I mean, red tape,
that's what I
mean. Specifically in the space industry and in aviation, because that's what we love to cover.
Right.
In all honesty, the red tape is there to help the largest of the corporations and the ones that have been around the longest.
Absolutely. And I'm not going to say Boeing's name, but I mean, I read a story just last week that Boeing is considering scrapping their entire space support wing of the airline, and maybe, or not of the airline, of the the Boeing company, and maybe that's what they need to do and go back to focusing on airplanes, which is what actually put them on the map, so to speak. Stay in your lane, bro.
Well, it's actually funny you say that, because I was just going to bring this story up real quick. So this was posted on X at AJ Tourville. Alex, I guess.
Yeah, I'm glad you're bringing this up because I actually saw this. Yeah,
exactly.
Good segue, Tony.
Yeah, that's right. It's just a quick little write up here on Next Post. But Sunday News, Boeing's new CEO Kelly Ortberg says he's looking at doing less and doing it better, wanting to focus resources on commercial aircraft and defense divisions. He expects to decide which units are to be divested by year end. Starliner program has been marred by years of glitches with more than 1.8 billion in cost overruns and delays, despite NASA awarding Boeing nearly twice as much funding as it did to SpaceX in 2014. Wow. Boeing's still trying to resolve issues experienced during Starliner's test flight in the hope of eventually getting it certified for regular flights. Meanwhile, SpaceX Dragon spacecraft made 43 visits to the ISS since 2319. Or 2319. Boy, can you tell I still have kids under 6?
Right.
You don't have to be that young. That's a great movie. Monsters Inc. is great. Since 2019, carrying both crew and cargo for NASA. The agency recently even hired SpaceX to rescue 2 Americans stuck at the space station after Starliner's problem forced the agency to order vehicle return to Earth empty. And again, I mean, they're not really stranded. I mean, they're really loving what they're doing up there, being a part of that.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, so it continues on. Boeing and Lockheed Martin have been trying to tell their United Launch Alliance joint venture, trying to sell the joint venture over the past year. In the last decade, Boeing's United Launch Alliance has fallen behind major technological leaps by SpaceX, made by SpaceX, which has slashed the cost of space travel by reusing boosters and building a majority of components in-house. Boeing's space portfolio also includes a lucrative contract for NASA's SLS moon rocket, though it's expected to cost about $2 billion per launch, while SpaceX is working on a much cheaper alternative. Well, you think?
Yeah,
Starship,
geez.
Okay. Starship would blow that out of the water. Once they get Starship going, there's no need for the SLS moon rocket. What a waste of money.
Yeah, there's no need at all.
There really won't be.
And just think of all that. Just think of all those billions of dollars that they could be sending over to Ukraine instead of investing in their rockets.
Well, this kind of brings up a point.
Just print more money.
I don't want to get too sidetracked because I know you want to finish reading this, but it just kind of, I just kind of had a thought while you're reading this, and it makes you wonder with how much SpaceX has been able to accomplish. I know that there's a lot of regulatory things that they made him jump through hoops for, to get approval for all this stuff, but it really makes you wonder how much wasted money NASA has actually received. And I say wasted, like, is money going in places maybe it shouldn't have?
Yeah.
It makes you wonder how much fat there is actually on Boeing's budget.
Well, there was this huge article that actually came out. I don't think I'll pull it up tonight. We'll just quickly talk about it. How Boeing overcharged the Department of Defense for these little hand dispensers on their aircraft by like 8,000 times.
Wow.
Of what should have been charged or whatever. And I guess there was an inspector general report for the Department of Defense, and they caught that. And it's just like, man, Kelly Ortberg, he has got a handful, and I really hope he rights that ship soon. I mean, obviously it's going to take some time, but
look how much innovation has happened through SpaceX because he's not going through the same like government bureaucracy for funds and approvals and oversights and all that, oversight committees and all. Like, look what can be innovated by a private company without all the government bureaucracy involved in it. And I love it. And I hope it continues that way. And I love NASA.
Markets, man. That's the free markets.
Yep. I love NASA and everything, but there's gotta be some fat trim for them to be successful, right?
Well,
but anyway.
And Boeing was given, they were awarded this contract and given all these billions and billions of dollars to develop Starliner, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
And then SpaceX, yes, they've got all these government contracts with Starlink and, launching satellites. But but the thing is it's like Elon Musk was like, hold my beer. We're just gonna do this on our own. So
Right.
let's build it, let's verify it, let's make it work. Then let's get the
Yeah.
contract. It's like
Yeah.
it's like the government is doing it in reverse, and it kind of circles back to the DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, and all these different departments. You get away of all that unnecessary red tape and all the unnecessary spending and all the unnecessary bureaucracy, and then maybe we'll actually get back to getting value for some of these programs.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Let's finish the article.
Let me just close out the article. It's just another paragraph or so. SpaceX has recently showcased its revolutionary Raptor 3 engine, and 2 weeks ago successfully achieved all the mission goals set forth for their Starship Flight 5, including an unprecedented engineering feat of a mid-air capture of its super heavy booster with Mechazilla. And Starship Flight 6 is said to happen very soon. Boeing may decide to keep some products like spy satellites and the clandestine X-37B spaceplane, which is pretty badass spaceplane. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
But anyway, Boeing, this is a quote, Boeing was supposed to be the sure bet. If they walk away, it's a sad thing for America, for competition, and for access to space, said Chad Anderson, managing partner at Space Capital. So he must have some money invested in Boeing for
I don't.
Right.
I was gonna say, because I don't necessarily agree with what he's saying there. I just think it's
Yeah.
gonna get us to where we want to be faster. And
Yeah.
plus, there is still some competition. You've got Jeff Bezos and his big phallic rocket, Blue Origin. Is that what that is, or whatever?
Yeah, the company's Blue Origin. Yeah.
Blue
Yeah.
Orgy?
Blue
Well,
Origin.
isn't it funny
Oh,
though
Blue
that
Origin.
that Blue Origin and that little blue pill both do the same? I mean, anyway, never mind. But
Nice.
anyway, hey brothers, I'm gonna head inside. The show
Okay.
starts in about 30 minutes. I just need to get to my seat, and I just wanted to kind of jump on and say hey, and sorry I missed out on the show tonight, kind of. But we'll be back full strength next week, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should be.
I think so.
Hey,
You never know. This
jeez, I know,
it
right?
just
Oh,
seems like it went from spring to summer to into fall, where we're just like staying as busy as possible,
super
but
busy, yeah.
we're always going to make an effort
Right.
because we love doing this. So
Yeah,
anyway.
and before I leave, I just want to mention I had dinner with Mom and Bruce tonight, and Mom informed me. She was like, "You owe us a lot of money. You owe me a lot of money." I was like, "What?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Well, Mom was referring to the swear jar, and apparently they're keeping track, and we owe them a lot of money.
I'll just pay you back in hugs, Mom.
Well, apparently, Mom didn't know that it was a fucking joke.
That's okay.
Cha-ching, there's another one.
She probably expected that from Aaron,
There's
so that's
another.
okay.
Ding.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
All right, brother. We'll enjoy the concert. Thanks for checking in.
Okay, brothers, have fun. Good luck with the show
Later.
tonight, and we'll be on all together next week.
Okay. See you, brother.
Okay, you have to turn
Okay.
my camera off.
I will
Okay.
do that. Goodbye, brother. All
We'll
right.
say goodbye to Tony, and then we'll bring in a Jetarazzi hello.
All right.
Hello, friends. There's the spooky font.
Hello, friends.
What's up, Jetarazzi? Thanks for checking in. I love that you always check in. So, how you doing tonight?
Cool. Okay, so here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull up X again.
Okay.
And play this clip. So everyone knows that Israel attacked Iran. Some strategic locations within Iran, specifically avoiding civilian population areas, which a lot of times Iran and some really bad actors, they don't give a shit if they're killing military or civilian.
Right.
But this was a pretty wild video, and guess what kind of aircraft this is?
Okay, we'll check it out.
Look at that shit, dude. So, dude,
That's gotta be. That's an F-35, isn't it?
Dude, it's
Isn't
tough. It's really tough to tell because, I mean, it could be an F-15 because if you see it that angle, it almost looks like an Eagle.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like an F-35.
It's definitely not an F-16.
No, it's not.
I think it sounds more like an F-15. What about you in the chat? Let's see. Let's listen. See, to me, it sounds like an F-15.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's deceiving because oh, dude, it's an F-15. It's got to be an F-15.
Right there, it does look like a 15. Your first freeze frame, it did kind of look like a 35, but
it did. And an F-35 has a little bit different scream when it's cruising in.
Yeah.
See, there it looks like an F-22, like the wings like an F-22, but we know it's not an F-22.
Yeah, it's too small to be. I'm just laughing at the guy almost having an orgasm.
I know.
He's all, yeah, I'd
So
kind of be
anyway-
freaking out if I was in one of those countries and I saw that.
Oh, that's right. So and you notice it has no lights on. It's low level, avoiding radar. But it appears that Israeli aircraft used Jordanian and Iraqi airspace to strike military radars in Iran and Syria, aiming to take out radar systems before launching missiles towards Iran, thus avoiding any direct entry into Iranian airspace. So honestly, Iran lost pretty much their main surface-to-air missile batteries, like their S-300s from Russia, which is a really high-end SAM system, and a bunch of other air defense weapons. So,
Well,
pretty much Iran is sitting extremely exposed right now. So they'd be stupid to try to start some shit again now.
Well, all I have to say is if we had the segment tonight, that's fuck around and find out. By the way, Jetarazzi agreed with my first assessment about it being a 35.
It looks like a 35, but I don't think it is because 35s have a completely different sound when they're coming inbound. And
Inbound, yeah. When it flies directly over, it kind of sounded like one to me, but you do have a point, though.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up. Let's see.
Can you use AI?
I'm gonna pull up a video. I know, right? Let's see here. Hold on one sec.
And while Aaron's loading that up, if you are on the chat, please say hello. Let us know where you're listening and watching from. We always like to hear our listeners and followers.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the Hill Air Force Base air show video that we did. Warriors over the Wasatch. I'm going to pull up mock and sounds, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. Hold on one sec.
Maybe we should try to get someone from that organization in Utah, Safe Skies Utah. Maybe they could tell us.
Okay,
Maybe.
so yeah. So this video right here, hold on one sec.
Oh, no, that's not an F-35.
I know, right? Okay, so this video. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this up. Sorry, folks. We're live streaming, so sometimes, like I said last week, when you're producing and streaming at the same time. Okay, so Mock is just about to get in her jet. Okay, and there's F-35 flying around Okay, so listen to this. Okay, hold on one sec. Okay, so listen. Here goes an F-35 flyby. Oh, wait, maybe it's not until she's in the cockpit. Okay, here we go. I think there's one more. Okay, hold on. Let me get a flyby of her. Well, shit. You know what? That's not going to work because I remember there's music to it. Because I had. Dude, it's tough, man.
Sure sounded like one in the clip. Well, that's what I initially thought, and then when you were kind of talking about it being F-15 and you froze the frame a couple times, I'm like, yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
That's a tough one. I wish I had another video queued. As a matter of fact, let me. Maybe I do have a video on here. Hold on one sec. Let's see. F-35. Okay. Okay, so here's a high-speed pass.
Speed pass.
Okay, let's play it once more. So memorize this.
Speed pass.
Okay. All right. And then let's go back. Let's go back to X and let's play this. See, it has a different whine to it. See, it to me it's an F-15 because F-15s kind of have that different kind of higher pitch whine when they're doing their high speed pass. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's listen to this one.
And where was the video taken from?
F-35 doesn't have that higher pitch whine as it goes by. It's all low tones, all low pitch. And I think it's an F-15 just based on the sound. Howl, exactly, Generati.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely we'll play this. I'll play it one more time on X of what I think is an F-15. Yeah, dude. I think it's an F-15. Anyway.
Interesting. Right. Well.
Okay. Anyway, it's a good. That was fun. Try to find out what Israeli aircraft were bombing the shit out of Iran.
Nice. Fuck around and find out, Iran.
That's right. All right. Well, anything to add, brother, before we move on to the next story?
Just Generati. He says funny because I hear F-35s every fucking day, so you'd think I'd know. Yeah, Generati. Jeez.
I know. Jeez. We hear them a lot too, but F-35 definitely does not have a high pitch tone when it does a high speed flyby. It just does
a little lower. You're right.
F-15s do. F-35, it's all low tones, man.
Agreed.
Anyway.
Agreed. All right. Well,
it's an F-15.
Should we maybe go into one of our stories?
Yeah, let's do that. Do you want me to pull one up?
Here.
Or do you have
Yes, because I just went to pull one up and it's just being really slow. So give me 1 second here. Let's see here.
Okay. I'll pull one up while you get that ready.
Okay.
Because I just pulled that one up.
Okay. Yeah, I just clicked on one to like pull it up, and it's being stupid for some reason. Okay. Yeah, keep going on that. Just get started on that, brother, and I will.
Yeah,
I will.
you can get that other one ready for
Okay.
the next. But anyway, so this is coming from the aviationist.com. This is it's always good to read David's website, but Fleet Readiness Center East delivers final Aviate-B Harrier to Fleet. So basically, Fleet Readiness Center East recently marked a significant chapter's end to completing its last Aviate-B Harrier maintenance overhaul. So as the U.S. Marine Corps proceeds in its plan to retire all Aviate-B plus Harrier 2 jets by 2026, Fleet Readiness Center East, a naval aviation maintenance and repair depot under the Naval Air Systems Command, delivered the final Harrier to Marine Attack Squadron 223 at Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point, September 26, 24. Isn't that crazy, man? The Harrier's going away too.
It is crazy. Sorry, I accidentally pulled up the other screen there for a second, but you're back on the.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, that looks like what is 223? The Bulldogs, I think. I'm not 100% sure if I remember right.
Not sure.
But anyway, to honor the long relationship with the Harrier, FRCE held a commemorative gathering in its Aviate hangar on September 20th, where Captain Randy Birdie, FRCE commanding officer, alongside leaders from the Aviate-B Weapons System Program Office, recognized the extraordinary dedication and technical skill of the depot's Harrier team. Captain Birdie expressed his pride in the facility's 5-decade legacy. Gosh, 5 decades. Isn't that crazy? Supporting the Marine Corps and allied Harrier squadrons, attributing to the program's success to the unwavering dedication of multiple generations of FRCE personnel. Nice picture. Look at that.
Yeah,
Now,
I love the Harrier.
You can tell a Harrier, if you noticed early in the article, it said the Aviate-B Harrier 2 Plus right here. Aviate-B Plus Harrier 2. The plus refers to the radar nose.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Where there's the just the Aviate-B, where it has a little camera in the nose. It's got like a smaller little short nose.
Mm-hmm.
Got lots of pictures of those from my days working in Arizona.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. But FRCE has supported Harrier maintenance since 1973. Wow, even before I was born.
Long time ago.
Started when Tony was young. How old was Tony in 73?
Tony was born in 69?
No, 67. He's
67.
Tony's 10 years older than me. So
there you go. Yeah.
He was 6 years old when they started Harrier maintenance there.
Wow.
Beginning with the Aviate A model and its F402 engine, and played an integral part in expanding the platform's operational life. With the Marine Corps now shifting to advanced F-35 Lightning II, it should say F-35B. That's okay. No problem, David. I threw it in there for you. FRCE's Harrier team is adapting its expertise to the new platform. Many technicians who have devoted much of their careers to the Harrier now facing this transition, including Mike Stewart, aircraft overhaul and repair supervisor, who has worked on the Aviates for 30 years. Stewart expressed a mix of nostalgia and optimism, noting that while the Aviate has been his primary focus since his own days in the Marine Corps, he recognizes the importance of evolving with the latest technology to ensure fleet readiness. So cool. All right. Well, there you go.
That's cool. I always loved it.
Anyway,
the Harrier.
A little bit more on the story here, but I think let's see. This is kind of an interesting little tidbit right here before I close it out. But let's see. Added a Harrier, set a standard. Let's see the track record. Let's see. Broughton recalled the team's rapid turnaround of an AV-8 damage during the attack on Camp Bastion, Afghanistan, from September 2012. So, yeah, if you remember, there was insurgents and they damaged Harriers, and I think they even destroyed one. Yeah, they destroyed 6 AV-8B Harriers and damaged more. That is nuts. I didn't know they destroyed 6. Holy shit. Anyway. But that's interesting. I've got a lot of experience in history with the Harrier when I worked the ramp in Arizona for a good couple of years. The Harriers out of Yuma would always come out to Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport, especially on weekends. And I was a weekend ramp supervisor for the day shift and sometimes the evening shift. But we got Harriers in all the time. Sometimes they'd bring 6 or 8 of them out, dude. We were filling Harriers, God, like 3 times a day, 4 times a day sometimes. They'd come in, gas up, go eat or whatever, relax, go out and do another sortie. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I love the Harriers. I remember my first time the first time I saw Harriers fly and do a vertical takeoff was out in Wendover, Utah. I remember that air show.
I do.
That was kind of my first experience with it. And it's funny how, when you're a kid and you see those things, they just stick with you. Like I can still see that image in my head, watching it take off and just convert, into regular flight. It's the most badass thing I thought at the time. And what's funny is not to take away from the Harrier, but you look at a picture like of the Harrier, and if you were to put that next to an F-35, the F-35 is just so much cooler looking. But I remember thinking how cool the F-35 was, or the Harrier was at the time. And it's just crazy how, aircraft can evolve. It's just like cars evolving. You look at a car from the 70s and a vehicle now, and then so anyway.
Well, and when the Harrier was designed, I mean, stealth wasn't even part of the equation. So it's like, why focus on trying to make it stealthy or right angles or anything like that? So that's why the Harrier, looks the way it does. They were just trying to develop a jet they could take off and land, and pretty badass jet, actually. Yeah, super cool. And one of the Harrier pilots, in my days working the ramp in Arizona, said that there's nothing faster from end of the runway to getting in the air and up to I don't know. I think he said up to 500 knots in the Harrier. Not even an F-16 is faster, not even an F-15. From brakes off to 500 knots in the air, the Harrier's the fastest. And I believe it because I mean, once those Harriers, they can lift off just, vertical, obviously, but they can just keep going once they get up in the air, and they clean up and they can just haul ass. But looks like Ryan's frozen there. I'm going to close his screen a second here. Hold on. How you doing there, brother? Your internet cutting out?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
There, I think it just...
Okay. It's okay. My internet is doing super good right now, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Hold on. Okay.
I guess
are you there?
Those in the chat, I don't know if they can... Am I choppy too, or is it just Ryan? Just so we kind of know what it is. But everything on my end seems okay, brother. Other than you kind of cut out.
Maybe I just hit it. Everything was delayed there for a second, and I'm looking at myself and it. Okay, maybe it's fine now.
I think Deanna's messing with us.
Yeah, she's messing with the internet. Okay, I think it works.
No, in the chat. Hello, your podcast is super funny. Just kidding, it's boring. Is that Deanna?
It looks like Dee Clayson. Yep, it does. She's
And
I'm-
you're frozen again, man.
You see that?
Yeah, dude. Look at your face. I gotta take a picture of that. That's funny. That's really funny. I can't believe I'm watching this crap. Not for long, I'm gone. Lynn. Oh, I know who that is. Kramer, dude. Look at this right here. I can't believe I'm watching this crap. Not for long, I'm gone. Oh shit, that's funny. Yeah, dude, I don't know what's up with your internet, man.
I'm
I
gonna
think
close myself
you-
out and come back.
Yeah, I think so. But I think that Scott, I don't know if it's Scott commenting, but anyway, Lynn, please don't leave. We definitely would love you to stick around.
On.
But anyway, what a chode. Yeah, Jetterazzi. That's funny. I always love it. When somebody comments for the first time, you don't know if they're really being a dick or if they're just messing with you, but whatever. It doesn't matter. The show rolls on. Hey, Ryan, I'm going to close you out a sec. It looks like you're having some issues. Stand by one sec. Let's see. Yeah. So Ryan's going to log out and then log back in. But let's see. Anyway, okay. So let's move on to another story. I guess while Ryan is trying to log back in, then stand by. This is actually a really interesting one. A lot of you probably remember this, and this is coming from the war zone. But EP-3E Ares 2 spy plane that collided with Chinese fighter is going on display. The badly damaged EP-3 involved in the Hainan Island incident ended up flying operationally for decades after being returned by China. And I can remember when that happened. I was actually working the ramp in Provo, Utah, when I was working for Millionaire, which is crazy. And I can remember the day it happened. It's pretty wild. But anyway, again, coming from the war zone, the spy plane at the center of one of the most notorious post-Cold War air incidents, the U.S. Navy EP-3E Ares 2, has arrived at Pima Air and Space Museum in Tucson, Arizona, for future public display. The EP-3E's journey to get to the museum has been a long one, starting with a dramatic collision with a Chinese fighter in the so-called Hainan Island incident in 2001. EP-3E serial number 156 of 511 was the aircraft involved in the collision. Confirmed by an Instagram post from the Pima Air and Space Museum, it arrived on location or at the location yesterday, having been towed there from the boneyard at the nearby 309th Aerospace Maintenance and Regeneration Group, or AMARC, in Tucson. The museum states that the Ares 2 is not yet ready for public display, but will be a truly unique exhibit once that happens. That will be unique. Even without the turbulent history, this particular airframe, the EP-3E, one of America's most sensitive intelligence gathering assets, is already an impressively rare aircraft to see in the flesh. A derivative of the P-3 Orion maritime patrol aircraft, the EP-3E has a critical important intelligence gathering role and is optimized for maritime littoral domain. The aircraft is equipped to gather real-time tactical signals, intelligence, including intercepting communications and locating and classifying emitters, including those related to integrated air defense systems. So on April 1st, 2001, serial number 156511 was flying a routine reconnaissance mission over the South China Sea out of Kadena Air Base, Okinawa, Japan, as well as 6 flight crew. It carried a reconnaissance crew of 18 from the Navy, Marines, and Air Force. It was assigned to Fleet Air Reconnaissance Squadron 1, VQ-1, known as the World Watchers. I don't know if anybody has ever stepped foot into a P3 or an EP3, but yeah, it's pretty wild. You really, it's almost like a time machine. A lot of this one obviously is updated, with more, with screens and LCD screens instead of some of the really old ones. But anyway, tasked with monitoring Chinese communications as well as radio frequency signals emitted by radars and weapon systems. The EP-3E was flying at 22,500 feet off Hong Kong's coast in international airspace when the crew was alerted to the fact that interceptors had been launched from Lingshui Air Base on Hainan Island, China. Let's see. Within minutes, a pair of People's Liberation Army Navy J-8D Finback interceptors appeared about a mile away. This was the signal for the EP-3E crew to turn around from its mission and prepare to head back to base. Next, however, one of the J-8s approached from the rear left and took up station just 10 feet away from the EP-3E wing, which is crazy close. The Chinese pilot, Wang Wei, saluted the American crew, then dropped back 100 feet. Assigned to the 9th Naval Division, Wei was already well known to U.S. reconnaissance crews on account of his aggressive approaches to spy planes. The kind of behavior includes buzzing at high speed, as well as cutting in front and across the path of the reconnaissance aircraft, known as headbutting maneuvering. And that just actually happened recently with F-16 and a Russian, what was it? Was it an SU? What was it? I don't remember what kind of aircraft it was, but anyway, Wei was extra crazy. He would get so close to the plane, you could literally jump from one wingtip to another wingtip. One of the EP-3E crew members later told the Intercept. On one previous occasion, Wing had got close enough to show a piece of paper with his email to the crew that were able to photograph it. That's nuts. Despite complaints made by Beijing, these kind of intercept head continues. China claiming it was well within the right to defend what it saw as its sovereign airspace. On the occasion, Wei approached the EP-3 for a second time, coming within 5 feet of the spy plane, mouthed something to the crew, then fell back again. On his third approach, Wei got too close to the EP-3, hit the jet. His jet was apparently sucked into the slipstream and was sliced in two by one of the propellers. He reportedly ejected but was killed. As the Chinese fighter was torn in half, debris impacted the EP-3E, cutting through the fuselage and damaging the radome, and two of the propellers and an engine. So the EP-3 rolled inverted as the crew battled with rapid depressurization. It then dropped like a stone some 14,000 feet, vibrating violently the whole time. Wow. That would have been one hell of a ride. The EP-3 pilot, Lieutenant Shane Osborne, wrestled with the controls and ordered the crew to prepare to bail out. Osborne considered putting the aircraft down in the sea, but then reconsidered, deciding on a recovery at Lingshui Air Base, around 20 minutes away. With no working flaps, the aircraft too heavy and also falling apart, this seemed like the only option. Amid the chaos, the crew made frantic attempts to destroy as much of the highly sensitive equipment and materials on board the spy plane as we could. Let me check in on Ryan. Ryan is having a hard time logging back in. Let me finish this story real quick. Unfortunately, only one member of the crew had ever taken part in an in-flight emergency destruction drill, so there was little understanding as what needed to be done to keep secrets out of Chinese hands. An emergency axe was available, but proved to be too blunt to be real damaging to equipment, and there was no shredder, so documents had to be torn up by hand. Cassette tapes full of intercepted data were unspooled by hand. I was bashing in my computer screens. People were ripping wires out of the wall, and some crew member told the Intercept. By the time we landed, the plane was in total disrepair. We had screwed up the inside of the plane as much as we could. That's wild. Look at the photo there. Look at the nose torn off. Wow. I guess it would have to be this number one engine that was destroyed. Damn, look at him disassemble it to bring it home. But anyway, other teams were jettisoned. Let's see. Other items were jettisoned through an emergency hatch. Okay, so anyway, you get the gist of it. But that's going to be on display at Pima Air and Space Museum. Quite a history there. But yeah, I'll stop sharing here. So anyway, looks like Ryan's back on. What's up, brother?
I don't know what happened, man, but it closed all my windows and it just froze. So someone had to be Tony tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? That's
Although
funny.
that was back in the beginning, so.
Yeah. Jederazzi says it was Captain Holy Fook. Yeah. I was
Nice.
The pilot name.
Captain Holy Fook. Nice reference there. Jederazzi. What I missed, brother? Just the P3 story?
Yeah, I was just talking about the
Okay.
P3.
Nice.
But yeah, no, it's all good. But I mean, we're a little over an hour now. We could probably wrap it up.
That's what she said. Sorry, no soundboard.
That's right.
No, that's great. Getting back into the swing of things. I'm surprised we didn't hear from BH tonight, since he always gives us shit when we're not on, and then we're on, and then he didn't say anything. And in my little absence there, grandson Brexton is over tonight, and he was just messing with us while watching the stream. And so followed it up with "We love your podcast." So, and then I saw Kramer. Jesus,
I don't even know who that is. I don't think that's Scott Kramer, because his he spells his with 2 M's. But anyway, whatever. That's funny. Anyway,
well,
all right,
you don't want to be here, then we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
I know. We'll see you. But anyway, but those of you that do watch and do, watch consistently, we appreciate the support. We've gotten a lot of new followers on YouTube and X, and we appreciate that, especially with our coverage with VX9, which was in Utah recently. The trip to Pacific Air Show. Those videos are up on YouTube as well. YouTube, Instagram, X. We try to post to all of our social medias. But anyway, anything else you want to add there, brother? We had a couple other stories, but I think we're just running just over an hour here. We'll probably end it there.
No, I think that's good. Without Tony tonight, we'll, like he said when he was with us, we'll get back into the swing of things next week. Things will be probably a little more organized and a little more free flowing. But yeah, let's not forget to thank, like I said, all of our watchers, all of our followers, except for Lynn Kramer, which Tony, I sure would say could go have sex with themselves. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for our followers. Please don't forget to go check out our Ramp Swag store at www.rampcheckglobal.com. And it got some cool stuff. Aaron's wearing hat, shirt tonight. I'm wearing the Bone shirt tonight, and Aaron's putting that on there.
I'm getting more stuff uploaded. I don't know if I told you, but I was redoing the site, all the products, because there was a bunch of changes, bunch of pricing changes, templates were changed. So I've been slowly adding product again. We're gonna have this, a bunch of the same great stuff we had, but also some updated stuff. We've got always have unique, awesome hoodies. We design all these. These are all of our original designs. It's basically the military, commercial aviation. It's all inspired because of through that. So we've got some cool, aggressor camo hoodies here. Some VX9 inspired swag, VMFA 242. But anyway, go check it out. A lot of hoodies. We have a couple, sticker too. These are cool. These are actually brand new shirts that I just put up just recently. Just danger ejection seat, baby.
Nice.
Those are pretty cool t-shirts. And then we got some more RampCheck Aviation swag up there too. But yeah, check that out. We've got a bunch more stuff coming up soon on the Ramp Swag store, especially since Christmas shopping season's coming up. So we want to make sure we have a good variety in case you wanted to purchase anything for yourself or as a gift. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up again, Brian, brother. And I was thinking about BH because he just recently ordered one of those hoodies.
Oh, nice.
I said that, but yeah, we've already sold a few of those VX9 hoodies. He bought obviously an F-35C version of it, but the other one that we sold was the Super Hornet version.
Ah, so, nice. Well, good job there. Good job on the designs there, brother.
Yeah. So I think we'll skip Instagram stories from accounts we follow tonight, just because we're running over an hour here, and you were having some internet problems, so kind of got things a little bit out of sequence. But hey, we appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Again, we try to do this every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. We appreciate you following along. Thanks for all the follows on our YouTube channel, all the subscriptions, I guess I should say, and then the followers on our X account and Instagram account. But yeah, and those that are buying the Ramp swag. So your support is much appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said, brother. And thanks for tuning in, everyone, this week. We'll be back next Wednesday, 7 o'clock Mountain Time. And we'll have our third member of the party here, Tony, with us. And should be a good time.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Well, hey, for the RampCheck Aviation Podcast, for Tony, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Ryan. Good day.